we are going to find the approximate error in the calculated volume of the cylinder. So this time we are given a cylinder and we are given a formula, a question by which we are going to calculate the volume of the cylinder. So, what's our formula for the volume of cylinder?
I'm R squared.
Okay, pi r squared times height. That's the volume of cylinder. Okay, so given the altitude is twice the radius of the base. Okay, the altitude is twice the radius of the base. And the altitude is 12 centimeters. So we are given here h, which is 12 centimeter. Okay, and that we have the possible error for the altitude, okay, centimeter. This one is small with a possible error of 0.005 centimeter. So that means we are going to use dh is equals to 0.005 centimeter. Okay? So take note that according to the problem, twice the radius of the base is the altitude. Twice the radius of the base is the altitude. And then of course, we have the volume. Ano nga ulit ang formula natin ng volume?
I R squared times I.
Okay, pi r squared times h. So if we have here the formula for the volume, we can now differentiate this formula for the volume. And take note that the value for the radius should be equal to what? If, according to the problem, the altitude of the right circular cylinder is twice the radius of the base, what will be the value for the radius? Since according to the problem, the altitude of the cylinder is twice the radius of the base, what is the value of the radius?
6.
Yan, 6. Bakit 6?
12 centimeter po yung altitude. Divide 2.
Very good. So that means R is equals to H over 2 or R is equals to 6 centimeter. Okay? So going back into what we are going to determine, you have the formula for the volume which is equals to pi r squared. So we are just going to differentiate the volumes formula. So this would become dV. And then of course you have pi. Pi is a constant, so we are not going to use any differential of this, ha? Constant na yun. The differential of a constant is a constant. So you have pi. Then you have r squared. How do you differentiate r squared?
2R.
2r. Very good. And then what's the differential for h? That would become dh, di ba? So we differentiated the volume relative to the height. So dV is equals to pi 2r dh. Okay? Maximum, yung error natin, ang possible error natin sa height is 0.005 centimeter according to the problem. Okay? So we have dB is equals to pi 2r dh. Okay? So next, what are we going to do next? Anong kasunod ninyong pwedeng gawin?
Substitute po yung R.
Sige, anong magiging equation natin? Anong magiging equation natin? Kung isa-substitute natin yung R. dV is equals to 2 pi times, ano ang value ng R? 6. Very good, 6. And then we have the value for DH.
0.005.
Okay, very good. 0.005. Okay? So what will be the value for the volume? With the approximate error.
0.19.
Very good. So you have d volume dV is equals to 0.188 actually. Unit, what will be the unit?
Centimeter.
Unit
Cubic
for the
centimeter.
volume?
Cubic centimeter.
Point?
Cubic centimeter.
Okay, very good. Cubic centimeter. And this will be our answer. Oh, may question kayo? Let me stop my sharing here while I am doing my... Wait, again.
Ito po ma'am, naging 2.5 po. Paano po naging 2.5?
This one, etong 2, minultiply lang natin doon. Inilipat lang natin. It's the same as pi r squared. Para lang ma-stress natin yung value ng r para doon sa yung 6.
Inihiwalay lang po yung R.
Yes, inano lang natin, nilayo lang, sinegregate lang natin yung numerical coefficient na 2 dun sa variable na r. Nilipat lang natin dun. The same pa rin naman yon. Okay?
Okay
So,
po ma'am,
pero
thank you po.
kung halimbawa at meron kang 2 dito, so ang mangyayari nito, 2 times 2. 4 yon dapat. Pero dahil 1 lang naman yung kalapit ng pi, so 2 times 1 yun, kaya 2 pi. Okay? Clear na
Okay
tayo?
po.
Okay.
Sige po.
For problem number 3, what is the allowable error in measuring the edge of a cube that is intended to hold 8 cubic meter if the error in the computed volume is not to exceed 0.03 cubic meter? What is the allowable error in measuring the edge of a cube that is intended to hold 8 cubic meter if the error in the computed volume is not to exceed 0.03 cubic meter? So again, let me stop my sharing so we can discuss the question and the answer to the question. Okay, so we have for problem number 3, given volume of a cube. So what's the formula for the volume of a cube? If we are going to let x be the side of the cube. What's the volume? What will be the volume if x is the side of the cube?
X cube.
X cube. Very good. So we have the volume is equals to x cube. And then, how do we differentiate? V is equals to x cubed?
A squared.
We will have dV is equals to, how do you differentiate x cubed?
3x squared.
Very good.
A squared.
3x squared. Pero meron pa siyang kasamahan. Ano yung dapat na idugsong natin dito?
dx.
Dx. Very good. So you have dx. Okay, now, remember that according to the problem, the error in the computed volume is not to exceed 0.03 cubic meter. So, alin dito yan? Is that dV, is that dx? Yung 0.03.
Yung DV po.
Okay. So, the computed volume is not to exceed 0.03 cubic centimeter. So, that means dV is equals to 0.03 cubic centimeter. Cubic meter, sorry. Cubic meter. Okay. So, the question is what? Alin ang hinahanap sa atin? Is that x? Is that x? Is that dx? Or is that dv? What is the allowable error in measuring the edge of the cube? So that is the question. So we are looking for what?
dx.
dx po.
Very good. So we have dx. That is the one in question. Okay? So that means if the volume is 8 cubic meter, if the volume is 8 cubic meter, that means we have 8 is equals to x cubed. According to the problem, the volume is 8 cubic meter. So what we did was to substitute the value of 8 to the value of the volume. So 8 is equals to x cubed. So what will be the value of x? What is the value of x?
2.
Again,
2.
2. That is cube root of x cube. And that is x is equals to cube root of 8, or x is equals to 2. Unit? Anong unit natin?
Meters.
Meters. Okay. So, but the question is, remember that the question is dx, diba? So, we are going to use this formula to determine dx. dv is equals to 3x squared dx. Remember that dv is 0.03. 3 is a constant. Then we have the value for x, which is 2. So that would be squared. And then the unknown value for dx. So that means dx is equals to 0.03 over 3 times 2 squared. Then dx is equals to what? What is the value for dx? So we have 0.03 divided by 3 divided by 2 squared.
2.5.
0.0025.
4. Oh.
0.0025. Yun ang answer natin. Okay? Any question? Any question? So we have finished 3 problems for the differential. We already have finished some more problems on the evaluation of the limits. So next meeting, probably we can now discuss the derivatives or differential pa rin para lang may additional tayo. Question.
Ma'am, yung po
Yes.
bang dx ay laging walang unit, mga dy dx?
Meron naman. May unit yun. Dito,
Ah,
parang
okay
yan.
po.
Depende. Yung unit nung, kung ano yung unit nung x. Kasi dito, kagaya nito, ano ang unit ng volume? Kaya yung dB natin, meron tayong cubic meter dito, cubic centimeter dito. So, kung ano yung value unit nung x, may unit din yung, yung dx natin. Di ko lang nailagay dito. Parang
Okay po,
ito
thank you
rin.
po.
Oo, parang ito rin, yung dH. Centimeter ang unit nito. Okay? Anong unit nito? Meter. 0.0025 meter ito. Okay, sulat natin. Sige, para hindi kayo malito. Meter, yan. Any more question? Sige, kung wala na kayong question, pa-open ulit ako ng camera. This will be the attendance. And we can now end the meeting after I check the attendance. You have no more questions? Wala yata si Art. Nangyari kay Art. So, should you have any more questions, you may just to continue with our. Kindly maintain the opening of your camera, ha? Aaron, pa-open ako ng video cam. So, we are going to continue with our discussion on the limits and differentials. So, let us first begin with the limits. So we are going to evaluate, let's say we have limit. And we are going to evaluate the limit. The limit of 2x minus x squared over x minus 2 as x approaches 2. So we are going to continue again with the limit, and we are going to discuss also the differentials.